Alright, hello. Today we're going to be looking at the Gladius. Let's get in. And let's get started.
Free flight combat activated. Systems green.
Alright, so we're in. We're currently in the free flight mode, which means there are no enemies, it's just one big level. You can fly around freely. The point is to explore this ship, namely the Gladius, right here. As you can see, it's a beautiful ship, and I'm in there. So, the point of this exercise is to look at top speeds, turning points, not so much at the weaponry because I haven't equipped many weapons. I actually only have this one weapon right here. And for those who don't know, I am using a TrackIR, which means I can move my head in real life and the pilot mimics the head movements in game. Unfortunately, the helmet doesn't currently follow, so what you're seeing right here, this side to the side as well, this is my helmet. But apart from that, I can move my head freely. It can go in one direction and look in another. That's the main idea behind this, without having to do any key presses. It's just natural movement. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm using VoiceAttack, which means I can give commands to my onboard computer and it will respond automatically without me having to press anything. For example, interface shields, and it will change to the shield interface. Let me switch something. Yeah, so I can change all the details here. I can do whatever I want with the shields, and when I'm done with it, equalize shields.
Shields equalized.
Alright, interface overview. Interface overview. I'm not sure why it has to take double commands every time, but we'll see about that in a moment. Alright, so let's test the speed for this actually. Interface power. Let's set everything to speed. You know what, let's be safe. Interface overview. Okay. Let's start then. The other cool thing with TrackIR is that I can look around. This is my head looking around, not the mouse or anything. Also, it would be worth mentioning that I'm using a HOTAS system. I'm using the X52. And I can look around, and the front turret, this one right here, the front cannon, will look around with me and shoot in the direction that I'm looking at. So I can be going straight and shooting to the right. This is just my head falling.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Alright, so let's turn this around. And let's go back where we came from. There will be a lot of crashing, I promise.
Proximity alert end. Proximity alert overhead. Proximity alert aft.
Alright.
Proximity alert end. Proximity alert port.
Actually, let me remove the gravity safeties. So the G-safe option is something that prevents you from blacking out or redding out, which is complicated lingo for passing out. Also, I'm going to make sure my turret stays where I am, so now the turret will only shoot forward, no matter where I look. So, let's go do some acrobatics with this rock right here.
Warning.
Proximity alert.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Proximity alert overhead. Proximity alert ahead.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Alright, let's push the aircraft to its limit.
Proximity alert ahead.
And that was its limit. Alright, now let's do some acrobatics around the main building. So the mining edifice right here. Let's see how we can handle it.
Proximity alert ahead. Proximity alert deck. Proximity alert ahead. Proximity alert deck. Proximity alert ahead. Proximity alert ahead. Proximity alert shard.
Don't pass out. Alright, so luckily enough we passed out on a relatively safe route. If we don't hit anything, we're lucky. There we go. Alright, so this aircraft handles really well. I'm losing consciousness quite easily, admittedly, so the real skill is to balance the movement that you go for and how much your pilot is going to pass out.
Proximity alert ahead.
The good thing about spaceships is you can fly in any direction without having the need to turn like a normal airplane. Then again, you pass out. Alright, enough passing out. Let's do some proper exercise. Let's try landing. The way landing works in Star Citizen is, in the current state of things, you have an automated and a manual mode. And I'm going to be showcasing the automated mode followed by the manual mode. So, let's see what happens. Initiate landing.
Landing mode engaged.
Let's pick a landing zone. That one seems good enough.
Proximity alert ahead. Proximity alert overhead. Automated landing initiated.
Requesting landing permission.
Landing request approved. Landing gear.
Not touching anything currently. It's landing on its own. And we have touchdown. Alright.
Weapon mode engaged.
And to check that we are truly landed. Ta-da! In the middle of nowhere. So you can fly off, yes, you can just get off this and float around in space. Coming back to this can be brutal. Last time I tried it I just bumped into the hard surface and died, so I won't be trying this again. Now let's showcase the manual landing.
Landing request. Landing complete. Automated landing initiated. Aegis combat active. Systems green.
And we're gone.
Landing complete. Weapon mode engaged.
Alright, so let's find a different landing zone. Initiate landing.
Landing mode engaged. Shields up.
Let's try and do it manual this time.
Manual landing initiated.
This might go really badly. Requesting landing permission.
Landing request approved.
Well, that wasn't too bad. Let's see if our aircraft's still in one piece.
Weapon mode engaged.
Yeah, gear deployed. Alright, it did what it was meant to do. Let's go back in. Alright, nice little bug there.
Landing request approved. Landing complete. Manual landing initiated. Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Initiate takeoff.
Weapon mode engaged.
Initiate takeoff.
Landing mode engaged. Landing request approved. Weapon mode engaged.
Alright.
Shields up.
Let's go play around in this big rock. Wonder if I can show you.
Proximity alert. Head.
Let's park it down here. Does it have lights? Toggle lights.
Proximity alert. Head.
Now, theoretically speaking, what you do is you turn off all your systems. There isn't a function for it yet. All you can do is turn off the on and off the lights. So right now we have all the lights on, then we turn off the lights. Excuse me. And then ideally, this is what you see. You're invisible. Sitting between asteroids. Lights off. Waiting for your prey to go by. Turn on everything. And off you go.
Proximity alert. Head.
Initiate landing.
Landing mode. Engaged.
Requesting landing permission.
Landing request approved. Landing mode engaged. Landing request approved.
I must have done some damage. Initiate takeoff.
Landing mode engaged. Landing request approved.
Requesting takeoff permission.
Landing request approved. Landing mode
Alright, so that works. So if you have a decent approach, have decent speed, it can work really quickly.
Proximity alert. Head. Proximity alert. Starboard. Proximity alert. Head.
Ooh, we hit the meteorite. That hurt.
Shields off.
That must have hurt, but we're all good.
Proximity.
And this is what a destroyed ship looks like. Currently, the Gladius is the only one with full damage states implemented. Reintegrate. It's enough, I think, for today. Let's enjoy the view a bit. But other than that, Gladius flies awesomely. Really enjoying what you can do with it. If it wasn't for the feeling I get that you pass out really easily if you push the aircraft to its limits, then I guess, again, this is the skill of it. Ouch. So as you can see on the left side, that's my left wing gone. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. My left wing is gone. Can still fly, but not optimal. Ooh, I'm losing control of the ship as well. This is fantastic. So immediately I have much less control over my ship, and I'm probably going to crash into something. And the cockpit took some damage. And now I can't stop spinning. So, to end this in a bang, let's see.
Missiles dry.
Let's eject. Goodbye, cruel world. And on this note, see you next time.